space or room for delocalization of this negative charge, that one is getting more stable. Okay, so the next one, so next factor is stabilization of carbanion by sulfur atom as well as phosphorus atom. So I think in second semester you might have learned the ylides. Okay, so phosphorus ylides and sulfur ylides. So ylides are nothing but the one example of the carbanion. So it's kind of carbanion which are adjacent to the sulfur atom or phosphorus atom. Okay, so sulfur which is at the next position or adjacent position of the carbon atom. Oh, okay, so the carbon which possess the negative charge. So these heteroatoms, these are heteroatoms. Okay, sulfur, phosphorus, these heteroatoms imparts more stability to that negative charge. Okay, so in that way, stabilization by sulfur atoms or phosphorus atom, you can say stabilization by heteroatoms. Okay, so the attachment of carbanionic carbon, that means carbon which possesses negative charge, attachment of carbanic carbon of a sulfur and phosphorus atom causes an increase in carbanion stability. Okay, so this negative charge stability, this negative charge again find position to delocalize on the sulfur atom or on the phosphorus atom. Here you can see in this example, sulfur dioxide group is there, and you can see both are electron withdrawing. This is electron withdrawing. SO2 is electron withdrawing group, and this negative charge is delocalizing on three different atoms. Okay, now here you can say this oxygen, sulfur, and carbon. So now for this negative charge to get delocalized, it's four different atoms are present for the for this negative charge to change its room or space. Okay, so the cause of stability, the cause of this carbanion stability is due to the delocalization of negative charge of carbanion by vacant d orbitals. This is very important point, vacant d orbital. And we can say p pi d pi bonding. So in different reactions you can find ylides, sulfur ylides, phosphorus ylide is very well known reaction. With phosphorus ylide is Wittig reaction, and in that one you can say, so the vacant, see the phosphorus is having d orbitals, and in that one, if vacant d orbitals are there, which are present there, so it can give the space for p pi d pi bonding. Okay, so phosphorus and sulfur, this is very big plus point of these elements, phosphorus and sulfur, for the p pi d pi bonding. And due to these vacant orbitals, the stability of this carbanions, this negative charge, they can travel more and more orbitals, and due to this traveling, they do have more stability. Okay, so this is the fourth point, the stabilization of carbanion by heteroatoms like sulfur and phosphorus. And sulfur and phosphorus, by using vacant d orbitals of these sulfur and phosphorus, by p pi d pi bonding, they can achieve the more stability. Okay, so this is the fourth point we have finished, which imparts the stability to the carbanion. Okay, so now we will again, there are some examples, stability and the structure. The stability of carbanion is directly related to the strength of the conjugate acid. That point we didn't take. The weaker is the acid, the greater is the base strength, and the lower is the stability of the carbanion. Okay, stabilization by sulfur or phosphorus. Here are some examples how the carbanion is getting shifted, how the carbon sulfur double bond is forming and negative charge is getting shifted on the oxygen atom. As more and more resonating structure they are forming, pay attention that if you will create more and more resonating structure, if number of resonating structure they are increasing, then your that particular compound is getting or is achieving more stability. And it depends upon, or it is directly proportional to the number of different resonating structures. Okay, if you are able to draw different resonating structures, then if a number of resonating structures, there if number of structures are more, then the stability of that particular carbanium is also more. Okay, so now next example they have taken with nitrogen. Okay, nitrogen ylides are also they are present, nitrogen ylides. And here that one, this is the example of, I think, carbene. We cannot say this one. Okay, so the only example of this sulfur containing thing. So next one, field effect. Okay, so the field effect, what is the field effect, we'll see now. Carbanions are stabilized by field effects if there is any heteroatom like oxygen, nitrogen, or sulfur connected to the anionic carbon. Okay, provided that the heteroatom bears a positive charge. Okay, a heteroatom bears a positive charge in at least one important canonical forms. Okay, so here note that if heteroatom possess positive charge and adjacent carbon atom possess negative charge, then only we can say such type of structure, we can say it's a ylide form. Okay, so ylide. So heteroatom like nitrogen, sulfur, phosphorus, if that one is possessed, that one is holding positive charge, and adjacent carbon atom, if that one is possessing negative charge, that moiety we can call that one is ylide. Okay, ylides. I think you are quite familiar with ylides. So ylides are more stable than the corresponding simple carbanions. Okay, ylides are more stable than the corresponding simple carbanions. Carbanions are stabilized by field effects that, you know, if they are connected with the heteroatoms like oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, uh, which is directly connected to the carbanionic carbon. Okay, so the heteroatom bears a positive charge in at least one of its canonical form. So this is for fifth point of stability of the Carbanian field effect. Now next one, a special case of the stability of the Carbanian field effect is the aromaticity. Is also, we have to consider, this is also one of the most important point to define the the stability of the carbanion. So aromatic compound, if they do have negative charge, and we can say if this negatively charged moiety which possess aromaticity, and due to that aromaticity we can say that component or that particular species, that one is more stable. Okay, so aromaticity we can define 4n plus 2 pi rule, or we can say the conjugation is also important point for to consider the aromaticity. Here I have given one example of cyclopenta, cyclopentane, carbanion from the cyclopentane, and carbanion from the cyclopentadienyl. Okay, diene. Okay, cyclopentadienyl carbanions. Okay, so these two different is saturated form and unsaturated form. Okay, so the unsaturated form, it's aromatic and it's more stable than the molecule of the more stable than the its saturated analog. Okay, so the unsaturated analog or aromatic analog is more stable. It must be 10 raised to 33 degree, or sorry, 10 raised to 33 times more stable than the saturated analogs because of the aromaticity. And these negative charges getting destabilization, or sorry, delocalization of this negative charge on this cyclopentane by shifting of this carbon carbon double bond. Okay, so these negative charge is always shifting from this cyclopentane to this cyclopentadiene. Changing its position, and due to changing its position, this is the last, that this is the special case of the aromaticity. Anions in which negative charge is present on the carbon of the aromatic system is known as aromatic carbanions. And aromatic carbanions are most stable carbanions because unshared electron pair of carbanions itself take part in delocalization. Okay, so the unshared electron pair of the carbanion itself take part in the delocalization. Anions, such types of anions obeys Huckel rule, and due to that one those are more stable. because they are aromatic, and there is a complete delocalization of the negative charge. So in special case we can say aromaticity which possess aromatic compound which possess aromatic moiety, which possess aromatic species which possess negative charge, which is in conjugation with the carbon-carbon double bond which are present on the which is present in the aromatic moiety. Due to this conjugation, it imparts the more stability to that particular compound. So what type of compounds they can get, they can generate the carbanions? I have given here some of those compound. Cyclopentadiene, we have seen that example, cyclopentadiene. We have generated the cyclopentadienyl carbanion. Okay, so that one we have generated. Again here indene, next example is indene. From indene also we can generate carbanion, and that carbon is also even more stable than the cyclopentadiene. Okay, so next moiety or next analog of this aromatic component is fluorine. Okay, so the fluorine again, it has extended conjugation, and this extended conjugation imparts the stability to this carbanion wherever we are going to generate over here. And once we generate the carbanion on these things, see, pay attention that once we will generate the carbanion, and then only we can say that this compound becomes aromatic. Okay, once we generate the negative charge on this carbon atom, on this carbon atom, and on this carbon atom, then only these molecules will become aromatic component currently. Okay, so because we have to go for conjugation is the important criteria to fulfill the aromaticity. Okay, without here in these molecules there is no conjugation, there is no conjugation of carbon carbon double bonds, so these molecules, they are not aromatic. Once you generated carbanions, once we generate the carbanion, then only these molecules we can say these are aromatic in nature. Okay, so in this way we can say aromaticity by formation of carbon, by generation of carbanion, by creation of carbanion on particular carbon atom, some of the non-aromatic molecules we can convert to the aromatic moiety. Okay, so this is very important point. So okay, the next point, that stabilization by a